welcome to this video. My name is Spencer Brown. I'm a product manager here at Qualys, and I want to show you an awesome tool that we have built right into our agents. This is called the Qualys Cloud Agent Health Check Tool. This is, again, bundled with the agent on Windows and Linux, and it allows you to execute it on the machine to get the overall health of the agent. Now, as you can see from the documentation, you can see it's in the program files, Qualys Cloud Agent Health Check Tool. It's also supported on Windows 5.5 and greater, and it gives you some overall information here. What's really great about our health check tool is that it doesn't just give you information, it tells you if the overall health is good, bad, poor, not installed, not provisioned, or if there's happened to be an error with the tool. This allows your team to take action based off of the output without having to build any complex logic to understand what's happening in the logs or what's happening in a health check tool that you may need to parse and understand that may take a human. You can simply execute the tool, look at the health, and you can make your determination. If the health is anything but good, you'll get a concise action step of what needs to happen with it. Here's a few examples that are in the documentation, but let's just jump right on a machine and take a look. Here we have a Windows machine on the terminal, and you can see I'm about to execute the Qualys Cloud Agent Health Check tool right from program files. I'll go ahead and hit enter, and I'll execute the tool. You can see that from the tool, it's doing some system checks, and we get the overall health is good. We can see the Qualys agent is in a running state. We can also see the backend connectivity is true, meaning it succeeded. We can take a look at the different scan modules. We can see that there's a scan in progress, and the overall vulnerability scanning health is good, and we don't have any of these other capabilities enabled. You'll also notice that we have this output in a text file for you to save, and we also have it in a JSON. This would allow you to leverage a third-party tool to execute this tool on a regular frequency. We have many customers who are securing or validating their endpoint agents using a third-party tool. This could be a Jamf, SCCM, Intune, BigFix, whatever it may be, and it will check to see, is that endpoint agent installed? Okay, great. Now is it running? Awesome, it is. And then they do nothing more. But as we know, that's insufficient. It's insufficient because we don't know if that endpoint agent is communicating back to its platform. We don't know if it's performing the required capabilities that it's enabled for. And this tool allows you to take this one step further, executing the tool and getting this JSON output that can be easily parsed by a third-party tool to look for these different statuses of overall health, of vulnerability scan health. Can I connect to the Qualys platform? Is the overall health good? And that really allows the power to show to compliance that, yes, my agent's installed, yes, it's running, and absolutely it's functioning as it should be. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, Spencer, I can execute this on one machine myself, which is great, but how do I do this at scale without using a third-party tool? And that's why we're happy to introduce that we've now added this as part of an information gathered QID in the Qualys platform. We'll go over here to vulnerability management, and you can see the Qualys console. We'll search for this particular QID, and we'll paste it in. And you can see we have lots of these different machines reporting back agent health. Now, if we take a look at one of these, let's take a look and see some information there. And you can see this report looks awfully familiar to the one that we were showing on the other machine. And you can see overall health. Ooh, this one's bad. Okay. And you can also see, well, why might that be the case? The agent is running. Connection successful? No. So you could scroll down and you can see these different messages that it couldn't resolve the proxy that's there. And we're using curl to do that validation. So this is a great way to say, okay, my agent's in this poor health state. Now I need to do something about it. Okay, so now Spencer, you're telling me that I can come into Qualys, I can use the agent or the scanner to validate the agent health. That's great. But I can't come in here and click on each QID every single day for each one and look at those. That's crazy. So what you can do is that we can create a tag off this. And let me show you how we're going to do that. So from here, we're going to do our favorite feature of duplicating the tab. From the duplicate tab, we'll come over to Assets. We'll go over to Asset Search. We'll go All. And we'll scroll down to QID. We'll toggle that on. We'll paste in that information gather QID. Then we're going to say containing. And here we're going to do containing bad. Okay? Meaning that any of these that have returned into a bad state will be returned here. So here you can hit search and that will return the list of those assets. But now we want to create a tag. Okay? And by creating a tag, that will be a dynamic tag in which you can see from each scan the overall health. I've already done that. So let's go over to the screen where we have that. We're going to do our best trick, duplicate the tab again, and we'll go over to the CSAM module where we can see our tags. Over in tags, we'll do a search for bad. Oh, I think it's health actually. Okay, for agent health, we'll do the drop down and we'll say, okay, find assets. And look at that. Here we have this tag and we have 14 assets that have poor agent health. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take this tag and now we have this and we're saying, okay, well, let's monitor what's happening here. Going back into VMDR underneath the dashboards, we can now create a widget, and the widget will do build your own, and we're going to call this agent health. From here, we'll go down to the query settings, we'll paste in our query, and we got that 14 count back, which is awesome. We'll go to the advanced settings, and we want to turn on trending, so that day after day, we can see the overall trend that might be there. If you'd like, you can change the color if you choose, and even if the display settings, you can add a rule to say, okay, if it goes beyond a certain threshold, then it will turn red, and that's for an indicator for you. So here we have test and preview, and we're good to go. We'll go ahead and add that to the dashboard. Okay, now you have a way to monitor those agents using Scanner. Again, you're welcome to use the local agent health check tool on the machine when you're troubleshooting, at scale when you're using a third-party tool, and you're also able to use the Qualys Scanner and agent to execute that tool to validate its own health, and that way you're confident that your agent is running, installed, and it's connecting to the Qualys platform, and it is performing its steps so you can focus your time and effort not on managing agents, but on remediating and fixing vulnerabilities that can. Thanks so much for watching.